Hello and welcome to Future Insights, where we discuss all things medical practice growth. I was double check I'm live. Hello, welcome to Future Insights, where we discuss all things medical practice growth. Now, today I want to touch on something that's very, very important. I don't know if you watched the news recently, but there was a bit of a revelation in the fact that we have now hit a 41-year high for inflation. So that's the highest it's ever been in 41 years, which just goes to show how serious this is getting. Now, if you're a business owner or practice owner specifically, and you're trying to scale your business in this time, not only is it's never been more important to market and advertise in an effective and strategic way if we're going to get ahead of the competition and prosper when others are going to fail. Now, one of the things we need to look at is how we manage our ad budget, because within this inflation, the cost to advertise along with everything else is going to increase, which means you now need to spend a lot more to acquire similar or less than what you are doing at this current moment in time. So we need to make sure we are maximizing our ad spend and getting the very most out of each penny. So how do we do this? Well, one of the things we can do is we can nurture our leads better. So we've already taken the time and effort to advertise and attract the people that potentially would be a good fit for our practice. They've raised their hand. They've responded to that in a positive way. Now they want more information in the hope of becoming a patient down the line. One of the things we need to focus on and remember, though, is the clutter factor. So even though they have put up their hand and they are interested, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make the sale. There's still a lot of work to be done after this point to get them to the point where they're happy to do business. So one of the ways we can do this is repeated follow-up. Now, I know we've touched on this before, but it's so important that you do this, because on average it takes at least 5 attempts, before you get into the zone of getting a prospect to buy. Now, I'm not saying it has to take 5, it's not essential, but on average it'll take at least 5 follow-ups or more to get someone in the buying mode to do business with yourself. So if you are one of them people who just, after one sales pitch and they say no, then you just leave it there, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table, and you will be one of these people that suffer as the ad spend continues to increase. Because now you're going to be burning for a lot of money a lot faster, and it becomes a lot easier to become less profitable. So I urge everyone who's watching this, who has a list, to keep hitting it, keep following up, keep finding new ways to approach them. We discussed this in a previous video. Always approach them with useful information. Always approach them with useful information that is beneficial to them, not yourself. Don't we all talk about your business too much unless it relates to something that you can offer them of benefit. So anything to do with industry news, the latest treatments, new treatments, better ways to do existing treatments, things of that nature, and just to check in to see how they're dealing with the current situation. Remember, they've approached you because they have a problem with, well, their physical aesthetics, I suppose, and you can provide the solution. So always be checking in, let them know that you care about the problem and you're not just there to get money out of them. This is very, very important. Another thing we need to look at is your sales funnel. So it's all good if you nurture the leads that you have on your list, but are you maximizing getting the most out of the sales that you are getting? Now, a lot of people just have the core product or service and then the sales funnel and it's done. But if you're an astute business person and you really want to take your business from the 6-figure mark to the 7-figure mark, then you need to look at what else you can offer on top of your core product or service that allow you to really scale up your profits. So I'll give you an example. So if we look at McDonald's, which is one of the biggest businesses worldwide, they sell burgers. They have a whole range of things going on now, but generally they sell burgers and fries with a shake. Now if you want a shake, you pay a little bit extra than if you want a Coke or lemonade. And if you want a bigger version and you want to supersize it, then you pay even more. And just by asking that simple question, they're able to generate extra revenue for their business. Now, just imagine if you had something to complement your core product, maybe some aftercare service, maybe a bundle of creams, or just a rest and relaxation package somewhere for them to recover. Maybe you could outsource to a hotel, something we've had success with in the past. Maybe you can offer a chauffeur service to take them to their next destination, maybe home. These are all options that you should be exercising and looking at, and just finding new ways to complement your existing offer, because at the end of the day, people are open to spending more money, but you have to give them the option to buy more stuff. So that's very important. It's always important to remember that people will spend more if you give them the chance to spend more. Now, not everyone's going to take you up on that offer, and that's fine. Some people just want the core product, and they've got their own they're not interested in the core anything after that, so that's fine. They've got their own thing that they want, and that's it. That's all they're focused on. They don't want no frills after that, and that's completely fine. But just by asking a simple question, we can generate a lot of extra revenue depending on how much you choose to sell this for down the line. You can even package it as a package deal and charge more up front. These are all options that you should be exercising and looking for new ways to generate extra revenue for your business, besides just looking for new customers, because repeatedly looking for new buyers all the time, it's expensive, and unless you are really ready to nurture them, you're not really going to see the returns to make it worthwhile long term. So what I advise you to do now is just look through your list, your mailing list of contacts. Look at someone who maybe has bought before, done business with you before, offer them maybe a discounted service, maybe a something complimentary to the surgery they've just had or the procedure they've just had. For the people who haven't got in touch or they haven't made their mind up, just maybe send them some useful information that they can benefit from. If you've got videos of the surgery, just talk about that. That will build up more expertise in your prospect's eyes, and show them that you generally know what you're doing and you're not one of them cowboy surgeons and such and such. Because at the end of the day, it's very important that we always build like, trust, and familiarity. So the more they see you, the more in contact they have with you, and they see you at work, the more familiarity you build, and the more trust you'll build down the line. And also they'll begin to like you if you are conveying a message that's beneficial to them again and again and again. And they are the 3 tenets that are necessary to make any sale. So if you've got people on your list and they haven't bought from you yet, you haven't given the right thing, or you haven't convinced them enough that they should be doing business with yourself. So these are just a few takeaways that you should look at. I won't go into too much detail now because I don't believe in overwhelming my audience with too much information. But for now, just want you to bear in mind, if you've got leads, make sure you're nurturing them, and on the back end, make sure you've looked at ways to complement your core product or service to boost additional revenues, just like they do at McDonald's. Now, if all this sounds good for you and you're not sure how to approach it, then apply to work with us. We can help you with this. We can implement from start to finish and get your business ticking on the road to the 7-figure mark. So I'm going to leave it here, but like I said, if you're interested, click the link below, apply to work with us. We'll be happy to help you. We've done this for so many other businesses, and they're now seeing the results, and we can do that for you. So I'll leave it here now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.